Yes, Progress. I think we lost you at the point when you were telling a very nice story with your friend about you and your friend, Dr. John Maxwell.
No, Dr. John C. Maxwell, I met them through EmpowerWorks. EmpowerWorks, led by Simpiwe Masiza as the CEO. And Simpiwe was very close to Vina, who was the director by then at the cooperative education. So by virtue that I know Vina, I had access to Simpiwe so that I can take nice pictures. So I got an opportunity to have a picture with John C. Maxwell through the assistance of Simpiwe, of course. And then I posted on my Facebook, and then Vina, who was my boss then, said to me through an SMS, but where is the brand of the university there? People must know that you're not there to represent yourself at the university. And that, I didn't take it in a bad way.
Yes.
You see, what I did is I used my connections again, which he taught me how to converse with these people. I went to Dr. Mlapo, the one who assisted, said, no, can I go? Actually, John C. Maxwell was invited by Dr. Mlapo because they were doing something. They had a foundation together. I think I don't know.
I Can Foundation.
Yes, I Can. Yeah, not Empower. EmpowerWorks, the one who brought the late Dr. Miles Monroe. So Dr. John C. Maxwell was brought by Dr. Mlapo, and Dr. Mlapo was also very close to Vina by that time. And Dr. Mlapo, I knew him through Vina, and I had his number. So when I took that picture, and Vina said what he said to me, I went to Doc and said, Doc, I took a picture. Thank you very much. But now my boss say, I must put a picture. I must have a banner of the university so that people can see. Guess what? All the people who took a picture after myself with Dr. John C. Maxwell behind our banner, everyone took a picture behind that banner. And then later on, he told me, Vina, and you see, now everyone has a picture of the university. So well done. You see? And he didn't know the struggle I had by that time, but it was quite interesting.
Wonderful. That's a great lesson there. Absolutely. So now let's talk about the Northwest University, where you are now. The kind of an environment it is, and the opportunities it presents to you, and I'm also very interested in the industry workshops and dinners. And business dinners that you do for the Vice Chancellor. I mean, that sounds like something very, very profound.
Yeah, for real, it's an interesting place. I enjoy my work. If you can say what you just said now, it shows that I am comfortable where I am. I know what I'm doing, and I know that my work contributes so much for the university. So that on its own, it always prompts me to always give my all. I have fantastic colleagues. We're working together to do all these things. So at the end of the day, we just come together and celebrate. See, I see myself staying with the university because we're working on different projects which are very interesting, of which I cannot disclose now. But I want to be part of those projects, and I want my name to be there too. As you know, when you are working for the Northwest University, it's not just a small university. Like we always say, we are the biggest university, because we are different from UNISA, for example. UNISA only do distance, and us, we do contact and distance. So we make it the best university. So I'm very happy to be part of this beautiful brand, and I'm happy to be part of this university.
So what happens when how do you... Just take me through the process of putting together a business dinner for the Vice Chancellor. I mean, that's almost like working in the presidency.
There are a lot of protocols involved in that matter, but it's very fascinating to planning it because a lot of hard work and time, because time is the most important. You invest a lot of time in that, and you must know who you're inviting and for what purpose, based on the theme or based on the nature of the event you are working on. But what I can say now is that when you preparing such events, you always know that you're not just taking chances. Whatever you do there, it reflects the organization. For example, if the VC is attending and there's some pitches there, it's like, you make a mistake and number one knows on the spot, you see. So it always gives you that energy, that strength to say, whatever you do, no mistakes. Whatever you do, you must know that you're not just doing it for us, you're doing it for everyone and the university. Because when such people are in such events and you embarrass yourself, it's like, there's quite a lot. It's very interesting, though. Yeah.
So how were you prepared for this role? Did you just arrive there and get to learn how to play it? Are you the first one to hold this role, or there was somebody before you that handed over to you?
There was someone else who was in that position. Remember, for me, because I was coming from the Mine Health and Safety Council, and we work with different stakeholders. Like in the MHSC, we had different stakeholders. Your AMCO, your NUM, UASA, and Solidarity. So you were working with different stakeholders when you are having an event. So for me, I always knew what to expect, especially when you work with different people. Like, the most important thing is, if I want you to be part of the event, I must invite you in time, number one, and I must know where I'm sending the invite to. And I must also mark down that we're not just hosting this event. We are just selling an experience. That's what we do best. So I think I was prepared for the job mentally, even though I didn't know my day-to-day work responsibilities. But by the nature of the position, I knew that I'm going to work with different characters or different stakeholders with the purpose of positioning our university, selling the brand.
Who do you report to?
Oh, I report to my beautiful boss, Miss Renee Fernand. I report to her. And then we're having a good working relationship. She's one boss. When I work with her, like, we work through WhatsApp, through call, through email. She always makes it easy for me to do my job. And so far, our relationship is the best. I love it.
And does she report to the VC?
No. She, remember, I'm with the Stakeholder Relations Department.
I see.
So yes, so she reports to the director, and the director to the executive director, and the executive director just take it from there.
Wow! But then you have the opportunity to rub shoulders with the VC, right?
If you can hear that, you'll say, man. But I have that opportunity to work with him. Very humble man, and he makes it easy to work close to him. We talk, we have conversations when we're traveling outside. So it's very interesting to do.
Yeah, you might not realize how much inspiration you are to ordinary young black women and boys out there, because, I mean, people may think this guy is probably in his 50s, but you have just started your profession, and you have really moved very, very fast, and I'm sure the future is still very bright, and there's still many years that you are going to have in enjoying this journey. So, what, in your view, could be done to have many progresses? I mean, I'm not saying progress in terms of progress. I mean, many people like you. I'm sure if we keep on saying progress, those who were not here at the beginning of the show, they think we're talking about progress as in making progress. Meanwhile, progress is your name. Yeah. So how do we reproduce you? How do we get many progress into fields like this and roles like this in such important institutions like institutions of higher learning?
The first thing is to get many progress, we need those individuals to be patient and not to be too ambitious, and not to be too pompous, but just to be humble and be ready to learn, you see. And for me, when I joined, like, for example, cooperative education, I knew nothing about corporate world. And then, you know, you meet inspirational people like Vina, for example. You listen to what they are saying, and you do what they are saying, and you see how people appreciate them. Like, for example, like when I'm on my social space, like I know Vina, I know what, no, but people, they see, because he speaks good about me, he writes about me, and we converse. We used to speak public when I was in university about me. So that has never changed the way I was so hungry just to say I have made it. So I used to listen to him. You go to him, you take all the people he introduced me to. I remember even yourself, we once had a mini seminar in one class somewhere in VUT. You asked me a question to say, can you edit a video? We're taking a video in that class.
Yes.
And he said to me, you know, these are the opportunities you can make small money by being able to edit a video, you see, of what just happened. And you see, today, I still remember. So I have access to information. Even at the end of the day, when I don't get what I'm looking for, I always say, I had all the information. People, they always shared with me the information, but I didn't do anything. And humbleness is the best.
Beautiful. Beautiful. This is wonderful. I'm sure people are inspired there. Let's check out. It's been a wonderful conversation. What do you think our conversation has highlighted for you, or what has our conversation highlighted for you? In other words, what was confirmed for you by having this conversation?
This conversation took me way back. Remember this thing, sometimes when you do it, those events, I was telling you, you're just doing it just for the love of it. But now when I have to explain to someone where I come from, you become emotional. They go like, wow, I've been to these places. Wow, I met this place. This is how long I've met the person. So this conversation has just awakened the other side of me to say, you might have been there, but now you can still do greater things like that. Like, no, you can still give back to the community. And if people like you invite me to this kind of sessions, and of all the people you have known in your life, like from the German country and South Africa and everywhere you've been, and today you still have 2 hours to be with me, I feel special, and I feel like everyone must have this kind of opportunity once in their life, just to reflect back where they come from, the people, because we don't appreciate people when they're still alive. So this is an opportunity to say that indeed, like, if it was not Vina, for example, because Vina, he plays, even now, is still in my life. So he's the one who kept on pushing me and keep pushing me and pushing me. That's when you realize that lessons sometimes are more valuable than money, you see. So now I'm living the lessons I've learned in the past. And those who are close to me, I always tell them to say, guys, some of the things that I'm telling you, I was in this kind of conversation, these are the outcomes and so forth. So now I'm just living my past. Even at work, when it becomes difficult, sometimes I'm like, I've been here before. I know the pressure, you know. The other day, I remember I had to go to Devon with my boss, and then I forgot some gifts, you know. It was just an error for me. And I just think, how can you... So we do make mistakes in our work, but we don't give up. We just learn every day. We are learning. Even today, I'm still learning.
Beautiful. Beautiful. How do people get a hold of you officially and privately? I guess officially. Let's say officially, because your work is very integrated into your whole life anyway.
Yeah. For me, like, for example, like, remember, I'm in the university, like, you receive different calls. Like, someone wants to know the registration date, they want to know other things that sometimes you might not know yourself, but because you are there, you give advice accordingly and you refer accordingly. So my number is always there, because remember, I go to different events. I cannot say these are the people who must call me. So my number is always there because we are the ambassadors anyway. So, and I'm using the 073-627-4025. 073-627-4025. Those are my direct numbers.
Let's give it using the international code +27. Then repeat.
Yeah, it's +2773-627-4025.
Yes.
Yeah, those are my direct numbers. If you want to hear anything, just call me because even now I'm here. People, they still call me and ask me, but we know you from VUT. We know you from VUT. What happened? So what you do is you don't become arrogant. What you do, you just refer to some of the friends you have in that institution and do that. But I cannot say because I'm here, I don't take this. So I do that. Of course, I love Facebook. I love Facebook.
What's your Facebook name?
It's Progress Mpangane.
Okay.
Yes.
And an email address at the university?
Yeah, for the university, it's both it's my name and so Progress Mpangane at northwestuniversity.ac.za. That's where I take all.
Yeah. Is it progress.mpangane?
Yes, and then at nwu.ac.za. Mm-hmm. So if it has nothing to do with the university or something, maybe someone wants us to meet, we come up, plan up with something, community upliftment programs. So it's still, again, it's progress.mpangane@gmail.com.
Okay, beautiful. And the website of the Northwest University, website address?
Yes, it's www.nwu.co.za.
nw.ac.za.
Yes.
Not co.za. You said .co.za.
Oh, no, the AC.za.
You know, I know all the institutions of learning have the AC instead of CO.
Yeah, you've been there, like you've done a wonderful job, even with our Triggers BT. So, of course, you have to know, like, what is happening, where it's happening, because I'm convinced that you like in your heart, like you just have this thing of doing something, developing, and the youth, and all what Cometa is doing is so lovely. If I was still young, I would play for Cometa team, you see.
Absolutely. No, there are many other roles that you can definitely participate in. And we are very grateful that through you we are connected to the Northwest University. And of course, we know you from our many years of relationship with the Vaal University of Technology. So all these relationships contribute to our project of building a better country, continent, and the world. Thank you so much. It has been wonderful reconnecting with you and hearing the great stories of your progress, Mr. Progress Mpangane.
No, I really appreciate from the bottom of my heart for this opportunity, and I'm going to listen to the podcast, and my friends who are not having this opportunity, they'll get to listen to it, especially my mom, because I always say my mom does not know exactly what I'm doing. All she knows is that I'm going there, I'm going up and down, but sometimes people, they don't know that I might be from Bushbuckridge, but the inspiration, I didn't derive it there. There were people who trusted me with the responsibility to say, we want you to do this, and I develop love, and then I embrace that, and then I take the skill back home, because when you go back home, you must go back home a changed person. You must go back there and plow back, you see. There are people back at home, my brothers, brother Chris, brother Jabu, and my sister Monica, and my sister Eunice, and my brother Power. Those are the people also I cannot forget in Mala. They played an important role to say, you can do it, just go for it. And even them, I'm going to share with them this information to say, this is me, because they don't know you. You go home for 2 weeks during holidays, and they don't know, they just see you there. What exactly are they doing? And they don't know that there are people who trust you, who believes in you, who wants you to be a better person, as much as they want you to be a better person. But we have different people who mentor you in life, people who don't even know where you come from. They don't care where you come from. All they care about the person you will become. You see, that's why I go down inspired. There's one author who say we must be inspired. We must be inspired. We aspire before we expire. You see, so those are some of the most interesting phrases that keep me going in life, and I really appreciate from the bottom of my heart.
Thank you, my brother.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We have certainly learned a lot from you. Dear listeners, ladies and gentlemen, that was Progress Mpangane, the Senior Stakeholder Relations Officer at the Northwest University. Once again, my name is Sam Zima. I'm the CEO and the Executive Business Coach at Comesa GOC International, Pty Limited. Check our website, www.comesa-goc.com. And of course, you are invited to consider becoming a member, either individual or corporate, of Comesa Friends and Supporters Club, NPO. And let's build our country, the continent, and the world. You can apply for membership online at www.comesaclub.africa. You're welcome to send us email at callcenter@comesa-goc.com. We thank you for tuning in. We are looking forward to welcoming you at our next broadcast. Goodbye. Be safe. Take care.